A $2 cardboard box of ordinary laundry borax sitting on the bottom shelf of the cleaning aisle at almost every American grocery store contains the solution to 11 of the most persistent problems in home and garden pest management. Ants marching across kitchen counters and disappearing into the walls. Slugs cutting holes through lettuce and hostas overnight. Fleas breeding in carpet fibers. Cockroaches surviving behind refrigerators. Boron-starved cauliflower coming out brown at the center. Powdery mildew coating squash leaves in gray dust. Weeds pushing up through cracks in driveways. Termites and carpenter ants chewing porch beams. Mice invading sheds and chicken coops. Black mold creeping across cellar walls. Codling moth larvae burrowing into the cores of backyard apples. Every single one of these problems has a documented solution using the same white powder pulled from dry lake beds in California, sold under the same yellow and green 20 Mule Team label since 1891, at a price so low that no company can profitably advertise it. Peer-reviewed research from the University of California, Texas A&M University, Oregon State University, and the United States Department of Agriculture has documented every one of these applications across the last 100 years. And yet, almost no modern American household knows that the same box sitting in the laundry aisle contains the answer to almost every pest problem they spend hundreds of dollars each year trying to solve with expensive branded products that deliver worse results. But before I walk you through the exact protocol for each of these 11 uses and the specific measurements that separate a working treatment from a wasted afternoon, you need to understand something almost every gardening video on the internet gets completely wrong. Borax is not one thing. It is a specific compound called sodium tetraborate, sold in different concentrations and different purities for different purposes. The version that works in your garden is the plain, pure form with no added detergents, no added fragrances, and no added brighteners. Stay with me, because the difference between the correct product and the wrong product is the difference between the results I am about to describe and complete failure. Every application in this video assumes you are using plain sodium tetraborate, the standard 20 Mule Team product or equivalent, with a single ingredient listed on the label. The story does not start in a modern chemistry laboratory. It starts in Death Valley, California, in the year 1872, when a prospector named Francis Marion Smith discovered massive borax deposits in the dry lake beds of the Mojave Desert. Smith earned the nickname Borax Smith for the mining operation he built to extract the mineral, and between 1883 and 1889, his company transported 10-ton loads of borax across 165 miles of open desert to the nearest railway line using teams of 20 mules pulling connected freight wagons. The 20 Mule Team image became one of the most recognizable brand marks in American commercial history, and the company Smith founded continues operating today from the same California deposits it began mining over 150 years ago. What Smith did not fully understand at the time was that the sodium tetraborate he was hauling out of the desert had properties that made it uniquely useful for far more than the industrial detergent applications he was marketing it toward. Over the following decades, agricultural researchers, entomologists, and university extension services would systematically document 11 distinct applications for household borax, each backed by peer-reviewed research or extensive field trials. The first application, and the one that produces the most dramatic visible results within 72 hours, is ant colony elimination. Research published by the University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources Program documented that low-dose borax baits can eliminate entire ant colonies within 3 days when the workers carry the material back to the queen and the developing brood. The mechanism is elegant. Borax does not kill ants on contact. If it did, the technique would fail because the workers would die before reaching the colony. Instead, the material acts slowly enough that worker ants collect it, carry it home, feed it to the queen, and the entire colony collapses from the inside within a few days. The recipe is 1 teaspoon of plain borax dissolved in 1 cup of warm water with a half cup of granulated sugar. Stir until the borax fully dissolves and the solution runs clear. Soak cotton balls in the finished mixture and place them on jar lids directly along the visible ant trail. Do not spray the trail, do not kill the scout ants, let them carry the material home. Within 3 days, the trail disappears and the colony dies. The technique works on almost every ant species tested, including the Argentine ants that have colonized much of the American Southeast. The second application addresses slugs and snails, the soft-bodied garden pests that consume more lettuce, hostas, strawberries and cabbage than almost any other backyard problem. Borax works on slugs through the same principle as ordinary salt, drawing moisture directly out of the soft body tissue until the pest dehydrates and dies, but without the soil salinity damage that heavy salt applications produce. Apply a dry ring of plain borax approximately ½ an inch wide around the base of vulnerable plants, keeping the powder off the leaves and off the main stem itself. Refresh the ring after heavy rain. Slugs and snails will not cross the treated barrier. Cabbage heads, lettuce beds, and hosta plants that would otherwise be shredded by slug damage remain intact through the entire growing season. The third application moves indoors. Fleas that arrive in the house on dogs and cats breed rapidly in carpet fibers where chemical sprays cannot reach the eggs and larvae hidden deep in the pile. Sprinkle fine borax powder into carpets. Work the material down into the fibers with a soft broom or brush. Leave the treatment in place for 24 hours, then vacuum thoroughly. The borax desiccates flea eggs and larvae in the carpet, breaking the reproductive cycle that keeps the infestation going. Apply once in early summer when flea populations first appear, and once in early fall before the temperature drops. Keep pets and small children out of the treated room while the material sits. This treatment breaks the flea cycle at the source, eliminating the need for expensive monthly chemical treatments. Here is the part nobody talks about. The fourth application, cockroach control, has some of the strongest peer-reviewed research support of any household pest treatment ever documented. Field trials conducted at Texas A&M University's Cooperative Extension Service documented borax baits achieving population reductions greater than 90% in German cockroach infestations. The technique involves mixing equal parts plain borax with either white flour or powdered sugar, creating a fine dry powder that cockroaches walk through as they travel their normal paths behind refrigerators, under stoves, and along the backs of kitchen cabinets. The insects groom the powder off their legs, swallow it while cleaning themselves, and die within 1 to 2 days. The mechanism is different from the ant application. Cockroaches do not need to be lured to a bait station. They travel through the material during normal activity, and the treatment eliminates them without any target and spray approach. The fifth application shifts entirely from pest control to soil nutrition. Boron, the element at the heart of the sodium tetraborate molecule, is an essential micronutrient that certain garden crops need in trace amounts to complete their reproductive biology. Beets, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, apples, and especially tomatoes depend on adequate soil. Boron to set proper fruit and produce dense, solid heads. Cauliflower that develops brown discoloration in the center of the head. Beets that grow with corky interior tissue. Apples that develop pitted surfaces, and tomatoes that drop their flowers without setting fruit are all displaying classic symptoms of boron deficiency. Oregon State University Extension has published recommendations for correcting boron deficiency using precisely 1 tablespoon of borax dissolved in 1 gallon of water, applied evenly across 1,000 square feet of garden soil, once per year in spring. Do not double the dose. Boron sits in a narrow window between beneficial and toxic, and excess application will damage plants and sterilize soil for multiple growing seasons. Now stay with me, because the sixth application is the one that has saved thousands of dollars in structural repair costs for homeowners who learned it before their porches and outbuildings began collapsing. Borat wood preservation is an established commercial technique used by professional builders, but the same treatment is available to any homeowner at a small fraction of the commercial cost. Dissolve borax in warm water at a ratio of approximately 1 part borax to 8 parts water, mixing until no more will dissolve into solution. Brush or spray the solution onto bare, unpainted wood, including fence posts, the undersides of porch decking, sill plates in outbuildings, and firewood being brought into storage. The borax soaks into the wood fibers and disrupts the gut bacteria of termites and carpenter ants when they attempt to digest the treated wood, effectively starving the pests inside their own tunnels. The treatment lasts for years, as long as the treated wood stays out of direct driving rain. Commercial borate wood preservatives sold under branded names contain the same active ingredient at roughly $60 per gallon, while the homemade solution costs a small fraction of that price for identical performance. The 7th application handles powdery mildew, the gray-white fungal coating that spreads across squash leaves, cucumber vines, zinnia plants, and dozens of other garden crops during humid summer weather. Mix 1 teaspoon of borax and 1 tablespoon of ordinary cooking oil into 1 gallon of water. Shake the mixture vigorously to keep the oil in suspension. Then spray the solution onto both the tops and undersides of affected leaves during the early morning hours before direct sun strikes the treated tissue. Apply 3 times, 4 days apart, for full effect. Squash and cucumber vines that appeared ready to pull and burn can recover completely within 2 weeks of treatment. The 8th application addresses weeds growing in cracks in driveways, patios, sidewalks, and pavement joints where no plant should be growing at all. This is the one place borax should never touch garden beds because it will damage anything green it contacts. But in hardscape cracks, where you specifically want to eliminate plant growth, dissolve 1 1/4 cups of borax in 1 gallon of warm water and pour the solution directly into the crack on a dry, sunny day. Crabgrass, dandelions, creeping Charlie, and every other weed that colonizes pavement cracks will die within 1 week and stay dead for the remainder of the growing season. This treatment replaces expensive branded weed killers at a fraction of the cost, without any of the protective equipment those commercial products require for safe application. The 9th application deals with mice invading sheds, chicken coops, feed storage areas, and unheated outbuildings during the fall and winter months. Borax does not kill mice quickly, and I would not recommend it as a lethal treatment, but mice will actively avoid crossing a heavy line of the powder, in the same way they avoid peppermint oil, steel wool, or ammonia-soaked rags. Sprinkle a generous band of dry borax across doorway thresholds, around the bases of feed storage containers, behind chicken feeders, and along any entry point mice have been using. The fine powder gets onto their paws, they lick it off during grooming, and they conclude that the treated space is not worth the effort. The colony relocates elsewhere. Grain stored in treated sheds remains protected through the entire winter. Here is the shareable detail that should change how you think about household chemistry forever. The 10th application handles black mold and mildew on cellar walls, on the undersides of porches, on north-facing siding where direct sun never reaches, and in any damp corner where fungal growth has taken hold. Commercial mildew removers sold at hardware stores for $9 to $15 per bottle are typically 90% water with small amounts of active ingredient. The homemade version uses 1 cup of borax dissolved in 1 quart of hot water, scrubbed into the moldy surface with a stiff brush and left in place without rinsing. The borax continues working for weeks after the initial application, drying out fungal spores that would otherwise regrow within days of a water-based commercial treatment. Basement stairs, cellar walls, and porch undersides treated this way stay clean through multiple humid seasons on a single application. Now we get to the part you came here for. The 11th application is the one that took the longest to work its way into modern gardening literature. and the one that produces some of the most dramatic results anywhere in the entire home orchard. Codling moth is the single most damaging pest of backyard apple production across most of the United States. The larvae bore into developing apples, creating the brown tunnels leading to the core that ruin the majority of homegrown fruit in most climates. Commercial pheromone traps cost $15 each and must be replaced through the season. Chemical sprays cost $30 or more per bottle and require 7 or more applications across the growing season. The historical alternative, documented in the 1914 edition of the United States Department of Agriculture Farmer's Bulletin, is dramatically simpler and dramatically cheaper. In late winter, before the fruit tree buds break, when temperatures have warmed above freezing, but the apple trees are still fully dormant, mix borax with warm water into a heavy paste, roughly the consistency of thick cream. Using a wide paintbrush, apply a thick band of the paste around the trunk of each apple tree, starting approximately 1 foot above ground level and extending upward to about 3 feet high. That single application replaces the entire commercial Codling moth control program. The mechanism is documented in agricultural entomology research. Codling moth larvae spend the winter in bark crevices on the lower trunks of apple trees, sheltered from freezing temperatures by the rough bark texture. When spring temperatures warm and the trees begin bud break, the overwintered larvae crawl upward from the bark crevices to reach the new leaves and developing fruit clusters, where the next generation will feed and lay eggs. Any larva crossing the treated bark band during that spring migration encounters concentrated borax that disrupts its physiology before it can reach the developing fruit. 1 painting per tree per year, applied during a single afternoon in late winter, prevents most of the codling moth damage that would otherwise ruin the season's harvest. The technique appeared in United States Department of Agriculture Farmer's Bulletin publications during the early 20th century, then gradually disappeared from modernized versions once chemical pesticide alternatives became commercially available after the Second World War. There is one more critical, honest disclosure that applies to every single one of these 11 applications, and I want to make sure you understand it clearly. Borax is a naturally occurring mineral, and it has been used safely in American households for over 130 years, but that history of safe use depends on respecting the material for what it is. The European Chemicals Agency reclassified borate compounds around 2010 as a substance of concern for reproductive health under chronic high-exposure industrial conditions, meaning long-term daily exposure at levels workers experience in borax mines rather than the household levels involved in the applications I have described. American product labels follow the European standard because it is more cost-effective for manufacturers to print one warning that covers all markets. The powder in the box is chemically identical to what your grandmother used before the labels changed. Handle it with the same respect you would give any household cleaner. Store it high, keep it away from children and pets, wash your hands after application, and do not use quantities beyond the specific doses documented for each application. Treated with appropriate respect, borax is safe. Treated carelessly, it is not. The line between medicine and poison in almost any substance is the dose, and the applications documented in this video have been calibrated by over a century of agricultural and household research to keep every treatment on the correct side of that line. The next time you walk past a $2 box of borax on a laundry aisle shelf, do not just see a cleaning product. See the single most versatile pest control and soil amendment available at any American grocery store, backed by peer-reviewed research from major universities across the country, with documented applications for 11 distinct household and garden problems that most homeowners spend hundreds of dollars each year attempting to solve with expensive branded products that deliver worse results. The same box has been sitting on the same shelf since 1891. Nobody buried the knowledge deliberately. It simply became more profitable for the pest control industry to sell you 11 different products than to teach you what one mineral can do. The harvest begins now.